The world held its breath. The sky was no longer empty. It was filled with the roar of engines, the flash of bullets, and the cold metallic promise of destruction. This is the story of a weapon that once defined terror, the machine gun, and how, under the pressure of global conflict, it was revealed to be fragile, inadequate, and ultimately transformed into the tools that would shape modern warfare. History does not forgive mistakes, and in the early days of the Second World War, the smallest miscalculations could mean death, not just for soldiers, but for entire squadrons. The rifle-caliber machine gun, the RCMG, firing 7 to 9 millimeter rounds, was the weapon of choice in the skies. Pilots trusted it. Commanders depended on it. And yet, it was a weapon that promised everything and delivered almost nothing. Why did hundreds of bullets fail to bring down even the mightiest bomber? The answer would shock the world. To understand the RCMG's failures, we must first look back. The machine gun's legend began long before the Second World War. The Gatling gun, conceived in Chicago in the mid-19th century, was a mechanical marvel, but it required manpower and strategy. Then came World War I. Mud, trenches, and the relentless staccato of machine guns defined a generation. Soldiers learned the cruelest lesson: exposure meant almost certain death. The machine gun was the master of the battlefield. It created stalemates, devoured men, and instilled a fear that would echo into the next war. Yet the skies promised mobility and freedom, and commanders assumed the RCMG would translate this legacy to the air. They were wrong. Could a weapon that dominated the mud of France also master the infinite space above it? Or would the sky expose its fatal weaknesses? At the outbreak of World War II, RCMGs armed the fighters, yet their effectiveness was a cruel illusion. Metal-skinned bombers and faster aircraft revealed the stark truth. The bullets simply bounced off steel, leaving planes operational despite hundreds of hits. The RAF tried 12-gun Hurricanes. Even with this, the results were sobering. The RCMG's high rate of fire could not compensate for inadequate stopping power. Pilots learned that aiming straight at the enemy's rear often failed. Side attacks were far more effective, and targeting the cockpit became critical. In the skies above Europe, thousands of bullets rained down, yet survival often depended on luck, skill, and angles no pilot could fully control. How would the air war adapt? Despite firing entire ammunition loads, pilots watched bombers return as if untouched. The lethality of RCMGs was insufficient, revealing the harsh truth: firepower must evolve or die. Incendiary rounds offered hope, but only exploited early war aircraft vulnerabilities. The question loomed: could air combat ever reach a point where a single hit was decisive? The Allies upgraded to 20mm cannons and heavy machine guns, while the Germans developed the 30mm Mk108 cannon, achieving one-shot kills. On the ground, submachine guns like the MP40, Thompson, and PPSH-41 changed infantry tactics, blending suppressive fire with mobility. Every battle became a test not just of skill, but of technology, and those who adapted fastest survived. From RCMGs to 30mm cannons, from Thompson submachine guns to the STG-44 assault rifle, the Second World War was a crucible that redefined firepower. Yesterday's deadliest weapon became today's failed illusion. Technology evolved under pressure, leaving only the cunning, skilled, and adaptable to survive. The sky never forgot. Neither did the battlefield.